Hey, Treasure fans, your pal BD back here again with another weekly news announcement. And first, I gotta start off by apologizing. I did not do one of these videos last week. Had a bunch of stuff going on, and I just decided to take a week off. It's been a while. I've done a weekly video for the last, 3 years every week. So I took a week off. I do apologize for that. It wasn't a big week release-wise anyway, so... But what I am going to do this week, I'm going to talk about what came out last week, what comes out this week, and then what comes out next week, plus some announcement stuff that they did do, and then we'll go from there. So let's talk about what came on the 8th. So last Tuesday, you did have Psycho 4K come out, and that did come out on a 4K and a Steelbook. We also had Ghost in the Shell 4K come out next week, and that came out in a really pretty Steelbook. The Steelbook looked incredible. And then also last week we had Superman Man of Tomorrow that came out. There was a 4K, there was a Blu-ray and a DVD, and there was a special edition Steelbook from Target. I did get it. Actually, I had a couple of them. I was quite surprised. So that did come out next week. Really cool. I think that Best Buy had like a figure in their 4K pack. So that did come out. Also, Supergirl Season 5 came out last week. The Invisible Man 4K Steelbook. Now, it's already been available in 4K. This is the newer version that came out earlier this year, late last year. So that came out in 4K Steelbook this week. We also had the Hitchcock collection being released last week, and these were 4 movies that were bumped up to 4K, which was Vertigo, Psycho, The Birds, and Rear Window. That should be really awesome. And the last thing that came out last week, this was the Rob Zombie trilogy in a Steelbook form from Target. I did get that as well. It's a really cool Steelbook. It actually comes with a slipcover, an actual slipcover that goes over it. It's really neat. It's nice to have all 3 movies compacted into one Steelbook rather than having, like I had before, like them all 3 individually. It's a really nice looking Steelbook, though. I got to give Target credit. Target did a really good job, but I'm surprised it was Target exclusive and not a Best Buy exclusive, just because it is Rob Zombie. So, but that was it. What came out last week. Now, this week being today, what comes out first off, we had the Rocky Horror Picture Show Steelbook coming out today. I think it's a 4K. No, it's a regular Steelbook. I think that's the 4K still a ways away. We also have Roman Holiday, the Paramount Presents coming out this week. We have, let's see here, Shivers and Little Monsters. Vestron is releasing movies again. These are the first 2 they've released, released again. It's been about a year or more since the last Vestron video came out, which if you've never checked out a Vestron video before, they do a really amazing job with their stuff. They're really cool. Little Monsters and Shivers, I'm really looking forward to. I haven't gotten those yet, but I'm looking forward to getting those. Also, Home Alone 4K comes out today, and there is exclusive Best Buy Steelbook. We do have a bunch of Paramount titles. Smaller Paramount titles came out this week. So we have Harriet Star's Private Parts, Timeline, and Vampire in Brooklyn. And actually, I pre-ordered all 3 of those, and they should be here today. We also have 21 and 22 Jump Street coming out in 4K. Both coming out in 4K. There's a dual set with both of them in there. Then we also have The Godfather coming out in 4K. No, it can't be right. It's not The Godfather. It's the, no, it's not The Godfather. I wrote it down wrong. Oh, shoot. I'll have to come back to that one. Okay, Hocus Pocus is coming out in 4K today, and there is an exclusive Steelbook on that one. DEFCON 4 is coming out from Scorpion Releasing, so that's the first time this has been released in Blu-ray, which is really cool. Beforehand, I have DEFCON 4, but I haven't had this 2-pack with Hell Comes a Frogtown in it, so... Becky is also coming out today, and that's the one with Kevin James, which, by the way, I did see. I want to say that was on Netflix or one of those streaming services, and I saw it, and I really liked it. It was neat to see Kevin James in the bad guy role. Very interesting, and it had a different twist to it because it kind of went down an avenue I wasn't quite expecting, which is one of the reasons why I liked it so much. Then also we have Outlander Season 5 coming out today, which my wife will be extremely happy about. And then we have The Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, coming out in Steelbook form for the first time, which I did order that one too, because I'm trying to go, I've got this quest going on right now. I'm trying to get all my favorite horror movie monsters Steelbook for their first movie. So I got like Halloween, I got Friday the 13th, and I got Nightmare on Elm Street. I have, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have all those. I don't have Chucky yet, though. I don't have Child's Play. No, I do. I have that one. That's right. Never mind. I do have that one. So I'm trying to get all my favorite horror movie figures in a Steelbook because I'm trying to create a little collection of it. And then, let's see, what else came out? That was it. So there's a lot of 4K coming out today, a lot of stuff coming out in Steelbook. Like I said before, I did get Private Parts, Timeline, Vampire in Brooklyn, The Nightmare on Elm Street. and Becky, I will be getting Shivers and Little Monsters for sure, because I've always been a big fan of Shivers, and when I was a kid, Little Monsters was really good. Fred Savage, good movie. So that is it for this week. Now let's talk about what's coming out next week. Next week, another decent week. Obviously, we have Legend Tomorrow Season 5 coming out. The Faculty re-release, which is really cool because my original version of The Faculty I actually got from Europe. So we have Rick and Morty Season 4 coming out. I did not see anything for a steelbook on that one, but I know Rick and Morty Season 3 had a steelbook because I bought it. So I'm curious if they're going to get a steelbook or not. Also, the Vincent Price collection from Shout Factory is coming back out again. The first one's coming out again. I don't know the particular reason why. It was out before and then it went out of print, and then for some reason they're bringing it back. And I think maybe they changed something on there and they brought it back. So that is coming out. So if you don't have that one, like I have 2 and 3, I don't have one. So I definitely want to get that one so I can complete my collection. We have Whiplash 4K coming out and a steelbook coming out next week. And the big one for me is Full Metal Jacket is coming out on 4K next week. And there is a really cool Best Buy exclusive steelbook on that one. I love that movie. Always been a big fan of Full Metal Jacket. I think it's one of the closest movies that really deals with the stuff you see before the beginning of war. And I really like that, where you get to see the backlog. And okay, to be honest with you, I've always been a big fan of R.L. Ermey. I always say his name wrong. But he's the sergeant in that movie. He was obviously in Frighteners and a bunch of other movies he did. He used to have a show called Mail Call on the History Channel. I've always really liked him. I've loved everything he's been in. Even, oh gosh, he's in that one with Jack Black. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was. I've always really liked him. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. But I know he got a lot of flack for doing Full Metal Jacket because he made it too real. Because he was a drill sergeant in the Army back then, the Marines. But in the Marines, so he made it a little too realistic. I remember he got in some trouble by the military afterwards because he was like, okay. But let's see here. So that is it for last week, this week, and next week. Let's talk about now what was announced. There was some cool things announced over the last couple weeks. Criterion is releasing Crash on Blu-ray in December. We have They Live, the collector's set coming out from Shout Factory. So it's coming out in a big set. It's going to be a steelbook, a regular edition. There's also a figure of Roddy Piper's friend in that movie. I always forget the character's name, but he's the actual figure with it, kind of like you saw when what else came out? Was it Sleepaway? Not Sleepaway Camp, but it was one of those other movies, Slumber Party Massacre, I think it was, came out with the figure. I know that Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 came with the figure, so I got the figure, and then also one other one got the figure too. But that is coming out with the figure. It looks really neat. There's a record with it too, with the soundtrack. Obviously, it's John Carpenter, so that is coming out, and that will be out on the 8th of December, so just in time for Christmas. We have V for Vendetta finally coming out on 4K, and that'll be out on the 3rd of November, and I do believe there's a steelbook on that one. Don't quote me on it, but I think there is going to be a steelbook on that one. We also have Scary Tales coming out October 25th, so like a couple days before Halloween. Chernobyl, the miniseries, the HBO miniseries, will be released in 4K, and there's a steelbook with it. The steelbook is awesome looking, and that comes out on the 8th of December as well. We have Tales from the Hood 3, so you got 1, you got 2, and you got 3, and that'll be out on the, I went to the 9th of October, or the 6th of October, sorry. We also have Drop Dead Gorgeous finally coming to Blu-ray for the first time. That'll be out October 6th as well. Then MVD is releasing Gun Crazy with Drew Barrymore, and that'll be on the 18th of December. And then the big one that I got really stoked about, I heard about today, and I was really stoked about this. They are releasing Spaceballs in 4K. I'm extremely excited about that. I can't wait to see what Spaceballs and Dark Helmet looks like in 4K. It's going to be awesome. Nothing yet on a steelbook for anything like that. I would imagine they would do one for this, but come on, Spaceballs in 4K. I mean, I never thought that would definitely come out in 4K, so I'm extremely excited about that. And that's it. That's all it for now. As you can see, as I always talk about at the time, you can see more and more of these titles have been released to 4K that probably, like Spaceballs, probably would have not have come out to 4K had we not been in this pandemic. So it's giving an opportunity for a lot of these movies to finally come out that didn't come out before. So I'm extremely excited about that. I have a funny feeling there's going to be a lot more stuff on the horizon we're going to see, because they're going to start trying to pump stuff out to get out for the holidays. I was thinking about the other day, I was doing some reading. I noticed that I always do a Black Friday video every year where I go do my Black Friday shopping. That's going to happen this year. It looks like most retailers are not going to open on Thursday night anymore. So I'm assuming I will do Black Friday shopping this year, but it'll probably be all online. I don't think I'll be going to stores this year, unfortunately, which I do love. I'm one of those weirdos that likes to go out to the stores and rummage through all the stuff to try to find those good deals. I do love doing that. I drag my wife out with me every year. That's why I have an amazing wife, because she goes right along there with me, and she's pushing the cart while I'm throwing stuff in. So it's always a lot of fun. She and we actually make a night of it. We go to Starbucks, get some drinks, stuff like that. So it's always a lot of fun. But I just want to let you guys know that I have been reading. Retailers like Walmart's closing, Target is closing, so there won't be any of those Thursday late night shopping things. And I think they're going to all open around 6 or 7 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning. But I think because of the virus and the way things are, I think you're going to see a lot of differences this year. I think they're going to try to, they don't want all the people clustering in at once. They're probably going to do some sort of lines. I would imagine we're going to see a lot of difference this year. And for me, that's a lot more hassle than it's worth, so I'll probably just sit online. Those of you, if you are a Best Buy Rewards member, if you're not, I would tell you to get on board with that, because Best Buy, if you're one of their elite reward members, you actually get in on these Black Friday deals that Monday before. You can order them online. I did it last year. It was actually really nice. So you do have that option as well. But anyways, that's it for now. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment, like, subscribe, the bell, you know the deal. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please take care out there and be really safe. Always keep hunting, because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper.